I want to tell you, I hope you don't have any classified documents at home.
I don't think so. I hope not.
Well, nobody seems to know that anymore. Everybody's got classified documents anymore. I don't know why I brought that up before we even started our show. That was one of the weirdest things to bring up, but anyway.
Yeah, I don't quite know what happened there. And other things I can't believe. I can't believe that some people still collect old magazines. They must have issues.
They must have issues. Oh, I'm just going to turn the music up here.
Yeah, turn the music. And while the music is playing, I want you to know that I found something out. I found out that when someone slaps you at a high frequency, it hurts. Music, please.
Yeah.
Soon.
Well, hello, greetings, salutations, and Moobarkfluff to all the creatures in the Potiverse. I am fairly normal, and with me is that pup of puns, Taebyn. How the fluff are you, Taebyn?
Oh my cow. Hi there, Mr. Barely. Yes, hi, every fur out there in the Potiverse. Moobarkfluff, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy whatever we have to say. We'll find out what we say. And so first, what I'll say is, thank you for asking, Barely. I've been good. It's been a good week. It's been pretty busy running around doing the stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's been pretty good. And how are you, Mr. Barely? What have you been up to?
I've been busy with my regular job, and now I've got this podcast and 2 others that I'm responsible for now.
That's right. As I keep saying, I think they have 13-step programs for people like you.
Yeah, the funny thing is, it's my sister's podcast. Her and her friend are doing the talent work and the voice stuff. And they had their first major glitch the other day. They sent me the stems to edit. And there only was one track and it wasn't hers. And I said, I have none of your stuff. She was like, no. Yeah, she forgot to turn her microphone on.
So it's like not just even there in the cloud or something. It's like this.
Nope. So
do they have to re-record then?
They have to re-record, yes. So
okay,
but we've been there.
We have
totally been there. Totally been there.
Remember the Kagi incident?
Oh yes, the Kagi incident. Yes.
So for all you first that don't know, so we had Uncle Kagi on the show long ago. Season 1, I think.
Yes,
long time. 1. And so he was on the show, and we started recording and everything. And about 45 minutes in, it turned out that we only had 2 of the 3 recordings, like Kage's, or was it? No, Kage wasn't getting recorded at all.
Nothing from Kage. Yep,
there's nothing.
So we started
all over. But Kage said he was very nice. He was fine. He said that's fine. Just gives me the chance to get more wine. So, and if any fur knows Uncle Kage, that's exactly what he would say.
Yep. Memories.
Indeed.
Which, speaking of memories, that brings us to the past today.
But before we talk about the past today,
yes,
I have a few things.
Oh, things you have. What things do you have?
You're in trouble. No, you're not. Yes, you are. No, you're not.
You're in trouble. I don't have.
I'm in trouble.
I don't have trouble.
I don't have trouble. Do you remember? I'll give you trouble. You can pop a lot of trouble with a pop-o-matic bubble. Trouble. It's like a board game.
It's a game. Yeah, I remember that game. Yes.
Yeah.
Buns are popping, troubles popping, trying to win the race. Troubles popping, bubbles popping every place. Kids are popping, buns are popping, mom's in trouble too. Grandma's popping, hopping over you. Everybody's popping in and out of trouble. Everybody's popping the pop-o-matic bubble. Everybody's popping in and out of trouble. Everybody's popping the pop-o-matic bubble.
Trouble and double trouble from the troublemakers at Milton Bradley.
I don't even know why I know that. I think anyway. So that's shocking, and I also find it shocking that those that call themselves a florist know absolutely nothing about installing linoleum.
That's true. They do not.
They don't. It's like I ask for a florist, and they just give me like roses. Like, well, thank you. I'll go on a date with you after you fix my floor. It's
right.
Come on. Oh,
yes.
Cow. Oh, and word from Blinky the Dragon from the FC chat is shell, and I think you saw this. That's
shell.
the word.
Yes,
is shell.
I'm going well, I'm going shell, I'm going well on shell, shell, shell. London is fine, your town and mine, you can be sure of shell.
For no apparent reason, but I do this thing where I ask for a word for whatever reason. Chicken steaks, that's
Right.
important. Yeah, and it's really. So the other night, my honey, I said, "What's for dinner?" And he said, "Chicken steaks." And he handed me, indeed, there were like chicken steaks that we were having for dinner. So that was nice. These are very important things I'm saying. So
They are.
speaking of important, I want to tell you about an ant family. So they were tired of where they were living. So the father ant got tired of working on the ant farm, and he came home one day and said to his wife, "Pack up the kids. We're leaving this ant farm and going to move to the city." So they all got their 7 kids and went to the city in search for a new place to live. When they went to the rental office, the manager asked, "How many kids do you have?" The father said, "Well, we have 7. Manager says, "Well, that won't work." The mother's all like appalled by this. She said, "Why? Is that too many?" Manager says, "No, it's just not enough. You're going to have to need to get 1 more kid and able to rent the apartment." And the mother's like, "What? Why? What? I don't understand what's going on." And the manager says, "Well, I mean, duh, I only rent apartments to tenants."
Wow.
Well,
Uh,
it's important to read the fine lines before you talk to me, I guess. But so this is actually Ziggy. So shout out to our good friend of the pod, and also for on her staff, Ziggy gave me a joke to tell.
Okay.
And so what you have to do is, Barely, you ask me, how many introverts does it take to change a light bulb?
Oh, I say it now. Okay.
You
How
say
many
it now.
how many introverts does it take to change a light bulb?
Why does this have to be a group activity? So thank you, Ziggy.
Uh-huh.
So now the past today.
Well, last week we talked about Forrest Whitaker and the actor, and you wanted to know if he was in Bambi because
I
Bambi
did
was a
want to
thing
know,
last
yes.
week. I don't
For
know why,
whatever
but
reason.
Bambi was a thing last week. And so I wanted to point out that Bambi was released in 1942.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes.
They had
And
color back then?
they did,
I
yes.
thought like life existed in black and white back then.
Disney was pioneer in coloration for
Oh.
cartoons and stuff. Yes.
That amazing Walt and his Disney.
Mhm. And his Imagineers. But Forrest was born in 1961, so clearly
Oh.
it was very much pre Forrest Whitaker, and that's all I have for the past today. Unless you've got something.
I have 2 things. Well, one of them, the first one I was, well, I'll ask anyway. So, in season 3, episode 4, we talked about Meet the Feebles,
Oh yes.
the Peter Jackson movie,
Uh-huh.
and then I haven't listened to episode 5 yet to hear us talk about. I'm sure I asked you if you watched it, so I don't know if you answered yes or no. So I'm just going to ask now.
Oh,
Did
okay.
you watch it?
I did not.
Okay.
I think other things came up, and I just never did.
It's not a life-changing. I totally understand why you would not watch it. So that's okay.
Okay.
Now I know.
All right.
I wanted to know. And then my other thing is, did you find
Okay.
did you find out what purnuvendunk means?
No,
yet?
not yet. That's going to be the.
That's a
Gotta
thing.
Tune in season 7, and I will tell you what purnuvendunk means.
I'll go either that or I'll keep asking. We'll see.
That's right. One of the two.
But
Stay
that
tuned, dear
concludes
listener.
my past today.
I have just a few things for That's Just Stupid.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say about Stupid is as Stupid Does.
Are you stupid or something? Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
Can you do that? Can you go, no, what did I do? You go,
No, I can't.
that's
I have to talk more on the show. I can't make that noise now.
No, Taebyn, I'm not going to do it. You can't.
No, okay. So, apparently there's a controversy over the M&Ms again. I don't know if
so
yeah.
I first have to ask, there was originally a controversy over the M&Ms?
Oh, yes, the M&M cartoon representations of all the colors.
The little M&Ms running around and stuff?
Right, yeah. They made some adjustments to the female characters' shoes, and that caused all sorts of people to come unglued that they changed the shoes, right?
Is there like more to that, or is it just they did that?
They just did that, and people lost their minds. But now they've changed again, and they're being attacked for gender bias and for being, not woke, being too woke and not woke. In fact, Tucker Carlson lost his mind on his show over this.
What is? I have so many concerns for society right now.
Right? I know.
So is the new thing, like, is there gender bias now because the female M&M is wearing too high stiletto shoes or something? Like,
something like that.
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to look into this. This is craziness.
It's craziness, and you're going to shake your head a lot when you do that. So
okay, good.
Tucker, you should pull your cranium out of your sphincter and find another planet to live on. Please go find another planet to live on. Or just look at some of those clouds that confuse you. Anyway.
Does he have clouds that confuse him?
Oh, yes. Yes, he did. You'll have to look that one up, too.
Along with the gypsies.
Yes. So politicians and their classified documents, as I alluded to at the beginning of the show, I said if you have any classified documents at home.
Okay.
Now you understand?
Now I understand. Okay.
All of a sudden, classified documents are showing up in the homes of politicians all across the country. It's like, don't. A normal person, if they took classified documents, would be charged with a crime. Our senators, our representatives are they're like, oh, it's just documents. Who cares? Anybody could get it. Who cares anyway?
They're so gay like that.
God, our government is so broken, so broken. Oh, now
is it as broken as a pencil that doesn't work?
Yes, it's pointless.
I was just trying to. Yeah, you. I was trying to remember. I remember there was a joke we said at one point a long time ago about that, and I was trying to remember. And it, just as you said, pointless. I remembered exact. We still share the same mind, barely.
I know, miles
this is
apart.
Very scary.
Yes, miles apart. Miles apart in the same brain.
Miles apart. He's a good guy. I like him.
He was okay. Yeah, him and his brother Wallaby Socks. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. They're good people. Good people.
Spam likely,
Spam likely. Oh my cow.
Coming back to Oregon here, there's Lake No Pickleball. That's right. That city in Oregon known as Lake Oswego has once again made it to the news.
Once again?
I know. Residents that live near a park, yes, all the residents that live there moved in after the park was built. And now they're complaining about the noise of pickleball on the pickleball courts.
Really? Okay, that's
yes.
This is interesting. Okay.
I find it very interesting that people move into an area knowing full well what's there and then complain about the things they moved in next to.
It's kind of like, oh, I don't like where I live. Let's move. Oh, look at this. All these fences and these signs that say, construction coming soon. We're building a new multi-million-dollar apartment complex. We're doing that. And then they oh, this looks like a nice neighborhood. And they move into the apartments right next door. And then they're going to the mayor and saying, why is all there this noise and stuff? I moved to a quiet place. Those signs mean nothing to me when I moved in. I don't know.
Yes, I know.
Same thing. Again, something about I worry about our society.
I know. I worry about our society again. Now, I have to say, you like Oreo cookies? Have you heard of Oreo cookies?
I have heard of Oreo cookies. They got the chocolate and the nummy cream filling thingy.
Right. Well, now they have Oreo-filled Oreos. And
beep, back up the fluff. Do that again.
They have Oreo-filled Oreos.
What? is happening to society?
I know.
Leave the Oreos alone.
Well, you know,
Leave
and there's
Brittany
awful.
alone.
I know. And there's also a VR game now called the Oreoverse. Just want to point that out there. And of course, when I heard about the Oreos, I thought I have to go get some. And so I went to the store. I literally made a trip to the store to try and find them.
Just to try them. Okay, did you find them?
I didn't find them. They didn't have any, but they did have peanut butter pie Oreos, which, it's like,
I'm having... Oh, and there they are. Barely is...
yes.
He got some. Barely is showing
I
me
bought
his
them,
bag
yes,
of peanut butter.
Yes.
Have you tried them yet?
I have. They're very tasty. Yum, yum,
Really?
yum, 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 yum. Yes.
I was... Because you said then, like, that could go, like, so many different directions. I wasn't quite sure, but I'm glad it turned out okay.
Yes, yes. And finally, in this news of the weird and the stupid and all that stuff, the world is going nuts. Yes, as Taebyn has pointed out several times this afternoon, this evening, this morning, whenever you're listening,
This cow.
he weeps for the world. Now, environmentalists, that's a hard word to say. Environmentalists.
Can you say that word backwards?
No, environmentalists want dairy farmers to put diapers on cows to contain their methane emissions.
So again, I say, beep, beep, back up the, what the cow? I'm having... Did furries get involved? Because putting diapers on cows seems like a furry
That sounds
thing
like a
to
very
do. I
furry
don't
thing
know.
to
I
do,
don't-
doesn't it? Right. And by the way, a diaper's not going to stop the gas from escaping. Have you ever been near a baby that farts? You can smell
I
it.
try to avoid that.
It's like you can smell it, so the diaper's not going to stop this gas from escaping. Hey, environmentalists, maybe we should start thinking on ways to survive the coming rising of the seas and the warmer planet instead of wasting time on cow diapers? I don't know.
I have so many words, and I'm not even going to start.
I know. Taebyn, somebody's knocking on the door.
Oh, is that what that sound was? I thought I fell down or something.
That what? I know. They're just
I know.
interrupting
What are
our
they
podcast.
doing?
Could you
Okay,
just
yeah,
open the-
that was a very strange
open
sound.
the
Okay,
chat.
let me go to the door, and I will open it with my pauses and see what's on the other side.
Hey, what are you guys doing here? This, it's a wallaby. You know, your friend Wallaby
Hey,
Socks.
how's it going?
I wanted to, first of all, it's going pretty good. First of all, I wanted to tell you that I changed the way I
Oh,
spelled my
nice.
name. Because I was being confused with that stuff you put on your
yeah.
feet to
Yeah,
keep your
yeah.
feet warm, the socks. So I'm spelling my name now SOCHX. I'm putting the X on because that's like hip now,
It
you know?
is.
So I just
Wallaby, what are you here just to screw with us?
no. I took a job. I got a job as a courier, and I was walking down the street last week, maybe about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Anyway, and this person came up to me and said, "Hey, make sure you get this to Bailey and Taebyn there."
Okay.
Oh, 2 weeks ago? What? I hope they're not paying you a lot of money, Wallaby. But give me the note. So, all right. That says, "Dear Taebyn and Barely, please come to my lab."
Lux? That's interesting
Lux.
that she would
All right.
send a message like that via slow courier,
Yeah,
nonetheless.
I don't know. But I'm not slow. I had
Oh,
other
true,
things to
true,
do.
yeah.
What are you talking about here? Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a good time. I'm gonna get out of here. I got some other things. Oh, what is this in my what? Oh, please deliver by December 25th.
Oh,
well,
okay.
I'm a little late on that.
You're
one.
late than
Well,
ever.
okay.
Thank
I'll,
you so much, Wallaby.
See you guys later.
Wow. Okay. He's. Whew. Anyway, shall we head on over to Lux? Normally she calls or just says come over, but okay, let's.
But I mean, this is one way to do it, I guess. She
I
does like to
guess.
mix things up every now and then. So
She does.
okay,
Right,
let's
well,
go head over there, I guess.
Let's head over there. Oh, it's a nice day out today, I have to say.
There's a little birdie over there, isn't it cute?
It's so cute. It's next to that. It's next to that rhinoceros. No, it's next to the.
Oh,
that's
I
not a
didn't even see the
That's-
rhinoceros.
that's a hedge. That's
okay,
one of those topiary things. Okay,
okay.
that's right.
That
Yes.
would do it.
So there's no booby traps. There's normally some when we walk up. It's like
Or a
there
slip
looks
and
like
slide or something that we have
something-
to do.
well,
There's
there's a-
something.
looks like there's a chain on the door. Why is
Do we have to
what's
climb
this?
over things now, or what's going on?
I don't know. It's all dark inside. Okay. Well, What's it? What is that? Oh, it's a piece of paper. It says, "Please give to Rain." Please give to Rain.
To Rain.
To Rain. Okay.
So
well,
this is really
let me-
funny. First of all, she has Wallaby come and give us a note, which is indirectly basically to give a note to Rain. Like why?
Well, I don't know. Something's up. I think something's up.
Something's
It's like
crazy. Whoa.
Let me. I'm gonna give Rain a call.
Okay. Are you going to call him?
Yeah, I'm calling him right now.
I don't hear the little beepy sounds though.
Phones don't beep these days, Taebyn.
Oh, technology and stuff. Right.
Oh, it's ringing. It sounds like one of those British rings, you know, that burp, 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 burp.
Hello.
Hello, Rain. How you doing?
Hey, I'm fine, Barely. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. I'm standing outside of Lux's lab, and I'm holding an envelope that was taped to the locked door, and it says, "Please give to Rain."
Weird. I haven't heard from Lux in a couple of weeks.
Since
last year.
Well, I know. We got a courier message today saying come to the lab, and he said he got the message a couple of weeks ago. So clearly she left a while ago. So why don't you come on down? I don't want to open this up if it's something super secret between you two.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
All right, see you in a bit.
Okay.
Well, he's going to come down here.
Coming down. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, must say I'm a little curious here. There's like lots of question marks involved in this fluff, I must say.
It's kind of like a Batman Riddler thing going on here.
It really is. Riddle me that.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Rain,
how
Good. How are you guys?
Not too bad. Here's you. So you haven't heard from Lux, but here's an envelope addressed to you.
Did you see the rhinoceros and the birdie on the way over?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
beautiful
which one did you
topiaries.
see first, the rhinoceros or the birdie?
I saw the bird on top of the rhinoceros first.
Oh, okay, I didn't even see
think
the
they're called-
rhinoceros. I just saw the birdie.
I think they're called tsetse birds or something like that. I don't know.
Tsetse birds?
I don't know what they're called.
take your
Something
word
like
for
that.
So okay, there you go.
I'm no rhinocerosologist.
That's true. It's true.
Let's see. What's this
Rhinology?
say? Gosh, her handwriting is so bad.
It's not the best.
Rain. I'm off on a quest to find the lost city of Atlantis. I'm not sure how long I'll be gone, but don't worry, as Skylar and Crunchwrap Earl have come along to keep me company.
Oh.
There's no one else I would trust to run the lab and try to perfect the transformation ray than you. I leave the lab, as well as a sizable debt, in your capable paws. Oh, great.
Ulterior motive here, I think.
Yeah. I've hidden the keys in a place that only you and I know. Take care of the lab and never borrow money from loan sharks. Lux. P.S. I left an experiment in the lab refrigerator. By now it's either dead or has mutated into a horrible monster. Open at your own risk.
Okay.
That sounds
good
like
to know.
Lux, all right? All right. Well,
but good to know.
this is a secret hiding place. You guys turn around. I can't do this with you watching.
Turn around.
All right.
Okay, now, Tail, don't look at what Rain's doing.
Don't you peek, Tail. All right. Where is that brick? Ah, here it is. And keys. All right. Well, let's
like
unlock this thing and see what's going on in the lab.
Let's do that.
Okay, well, I mean, it's kind of dusty in here. But
dusty and a little
like
dark.
still
Is there
here.
like a light around here somewhere?
Yeah, there's a light switch here. Oh, and here's the sound effects too. All right. So you have to have the lab ambience. It's mandatory for this type of thing. Right. Well, I mean, everything's still here. She covered up the ray for us. That's nice.
Okay. So she kept everything nice. Well, tidy is not the right word for her.
Yeah,
But
I
tidy.
mean, it is a little dusty, but I mean,
a little dusty. There's a big red neon sign on the wall with an arrow pointing down.
I don't remember seeing that.
I don't remember that, but should we? I don't think we should go down there. The ray's up here, right?
Yeah, I'd say we leave that for exploration at some other time.
Okay, good. Yeah,
I'm not sure what's down there.
That's a little scary.
That's a new area of the lab that I haven't seen before.
Okay.
And knowing Lux, it's best like to let be alone. And
Yeah, yeah.
Don't do that.
Knowing her, the red arrow is probably some kind of warning. But
I mean, there's probably
yeah.
like if we went
It
down
means
there,
danger.
if we would go
Probably.
down there,
Well,
I bet
it's
there's
red.
like a ton of big, huge tacos and super tortoise trying to kill us or something. So let's not do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We know how our experiments go.
All right. Well, should we fire up the ray to see what it does?
Yeah, yeah. Let me take the cover off here. And okay, well, everything still seems to be in order. Barely here. Could you plug this into the wall, please?
Ooh, plug it
What?
in. Wow,
Just plug it in.
that's
you-
crazy
you've-
talk.
We've always had the option to just plug it into the wall.
We have.
Wait a minute.
What's with the sunflower seeds and pineapple and like
Right, and
well,
all that
the
stuff.
planet stuff? That,
well, really, I think Lux did it just to screw with you guys.
oh
man.
that is so Lux.
Okay, well,
She does have
All
kind
right.
of a weird sense of humor.
she does. All right, well, okay. All right, well,
Okay,
it's plugged
yeah.
in.
Okay,
There
it's
you go.
warming up.
Easy.
No shake weight
Right.
needed on this one.
No shake
Nope.
weight needed. All right.
Or speaking
While
with
it's booting up,
dolphins.
Taebyn, why don't you stand over there on that X in the floor?
Okay. Always a
Okay.
little scary to do that, but okay. No
but
seats
there's-
that I'm being strapped into and locked into.
No,
for
you don't need
my
to be
dear
strapped
life. No,
into.
that's not, I can just stand there. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
She always kept the gentle transformation switch off. I'm just going to leave it
Wow.
on because,
We are learning so much here that
yeah. I'm
Well
just going to leave
now.
it on. 'Cause
Okay,
it
good.
makes it a little bit easier on the subject. Okay.
I'm a
And I think I'm just going to put it on random. And let's see. Are you ready, Taebyn?
okay. Now I'm standing here taking deep breath.
Okay. Warming
Okay,
up.
Let's warm it. Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, all right. And 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness.
Rain.
Huh. Yeah.
Why? What? Why?
What's happening
Well, I
here?
think
Why,
it turned
why
him
are
into
you
a.
looking like that, Curly? I don't know if I like this.
I think it turned him into a comic book.
Oh, okay.
The
That's-
Adventures of Super Pup.
Oh, yay. Okay, there you go.
That's kind of nice. And
It's
you're
a
in mint
talking-
condition. Yeah.
It's a talking comic book. So
I
it's,
am a
most
talking
of-
comic.
Great. Most of Taebyn's books are talking books, so
And
That's-
this way you
that's
don't
true.
actually have to read. You learned to read those many years ago
Right.
for nothing, because
Right.
now I can just read it to you.
so.
well,
What does it feel like being a comic book?
Well, it feels like I have a lot more fiber because of all the paper that I have now inadvertently
I'd
consumed.
say you do. You're also a lot thinner. I mean,
I
a
am-
lot thinner.
Like, move aside Jenny Craig, I got the comic book diet going on here, so...
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
pretty good stuff. And Adventures of Super Pup, I'm interested to know what I am now all about. I mean, I could read to you, but it'd probably be more fun if you would actually do the reading. Yeah.
Let's have Barely
Oh.
read it.
okay. Well, let's see. First page: Adventures of Super Pup.
Ooh, that was kind of... That tickled when you
Yeah.
did me like that.
It was. Ooh, hello there. Well, right now, on the very first panel is Super Pup sitting at a typewriter, writing something. Yes, I don't know why.
I've heard about those things. Like,
Yeah, they used to
did
use
long
them
ago or something.
before computers and word processors.
Yes, and then the second panel, there is off panel. There's an explosion. The next panel, Super Pup looks
snap.
up and runs to his sleepy box.
That
The
sounds
next
like
panel,
me.
he jumps out of the sleepy box in his cape and tights.
Oh,
So clearly he was a mild-mannered something, just typing away until danger struck.
I do have to say, Taebyn in tights, I like.
Yes.
keep that going on, maybe.
It's-
Try to-
Yeah, maybe keep it going on.
Maybe at the next con I go to maybe do the tights or something.
Yeah, the tights and the cape are working for you.
Well,
I especially love
Well.
your symbol on your chest too. The big
Oh,
T
yeah.
and the
Oh, hey,
triangle
look at
is
that. Yeah.
pretty cool.
the big T in the triangle.
Yeah.
What's that little? Oh, it's a string hanging down from it. So because it's a T thing. Apparently, you
Big
have
T
puns
bag.
on your costume even.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh, I just got that. I don't know. That's good. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, though. Okay, got it.
Yes. I mean, puns on his costume unit. Okay, so next panel, Taebyn is running and flying and kind of tripping and falling.
Yeah, that sounds like me. Yeah.
Yes, that sounds pretty good, of course.
And then the next page, he springs to life and he looks down and there's a tiny little newt.
Okay. and it's probably mine.
Is he your newt?
He's my newt. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay, flashback.
Yes. Too much LDS back in the 60s.
And Taebyn looks down at the newt and says to the next panel says to the newt, "Did you hear that explosion?" And the newt says to Taebyn,
No.
Okay.
No.
The plot is thickening. This is so great.
Yeah, like a good gravy.
Taebyn looks around. Taebyn says, "I can't seem to figure it out." And the next panel says, "To be continued." Oh, that was a short little
Dun
comic
dun
book,
dun.
but
Yeah, that was a short episode.
Yeah, I mean, it is Taebyn. He has a short attention span, so
there is actually there's a lot of me written literally all over this. So,
definitely, and colored and printed and all that stuff.
Yes, there we go. All right.
Yeah.
Can we reverse the ray?
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me set the reverse.
To know what the next part, how this adventuresome tale continues.
Well, the next time we figure out how to turn you back into a comic book, we can do that.
Okay. That's
right.
This is put on random, so that's
yeah. So, Barely, go ahead and put him down there on the floor on the X.
Okay.
And let's get this thing warmed up. And in 3, 2, 1.
Bark.
All right.
Well,
hey,
hi,
look at that.
Hey,
He's
look
back
at
in
that.
one piece.
And
He looks a little more animated.
And
a little
I still
bit,
have
and
a little
his-
bit of my tights on. They shrunk a little bit, but I still have
And
them.
your ears
Nice.
look a little funny. Kind of, they look like paper. I guess you're dog-eared.
Yes.
they're very dog-eared.
Yeah.
And I think there's still little strings hanging from the ears, so it's it's come with me.
Hopefully it'll.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll clear up. Here, take this can of spray and put it on like twice a day.
Okay.
I'm not sure what's in it, but it's in the antidote
Now you're
shelf.
sounding truly like Lux.
Yes. Right. Okay.
Well,
Well.
I don't think she knew what was in these things. So
Oh.
it's just
All
the
right,
shelf
then.
marked antidotes. So
I remember in days in transformations past, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, Taebyn, take this. This will take care of the tines because of the forks and everything." No problem.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. She had no idea if it was going to
give
give me rashes or what. But
No. Clearly, she was experimenting on all of us.
Yeah, I actually think these effects wear off naturally with time.
Yeah.
But she won't tell us
better safe
that.
than sorry.
Oh, Lux.
Absolutely.
Yeah, better safe than sorry.
All right. Well, we're gonna let you get around to clean up the lab and see what debt you have to pay now. And
I'm gonna see about that thing in the refrigerator. It's either dead or
maybe we
monster.
better leave before
you guys
Rain
better leave.
unleashes what's in the refrigerator because I don't know if I want to
hopefully
go
it's dead.
hopefully.
But-
All right.
not the other way. Yeah.
All right, bye guys.
Goodbye.
I'll see you next time.
Bye.
See you later, Rain. Thanks so much.
Well, that was kind of fun. Little
That
comic book
was.
work there.
I was actually pretty okay with this particular transformation. Sometimes it hasn't necessarily gone so well. And did you notice when we went into the lab, there were like leprechauns just laying around, and they didn't look too good. Did you notice that?
They didn't look too good at all. No, I hope.
That's my fault, guys. I forgot to feed them.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Is that why that whiskey bottle was on the floor? I wondered about that.
Probably. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well.
Okay. Good times. Good times. I can't wait to find out how the adventures continue.
I know. Yeah. Well, here we are back at the lab. Not our lab, but our studio.
Yep.
So
continue on
Let's
with
get back to
what we're
our
doing.
show,
Yeah,
I guess. All
I,
right.
I guess why not?
I
Just
guess,
why
not?
not?
That's good to
Okay.
be back in the
Good
studio
stuff.
after
It
that.
is. It's nice and it's warmer. It was a nice day out there, but it was a little brisk on the fluff. So actually glad to be back in the warmth
In the warmth
of the studio. Yes.
The warmth of the studio. All right. Well, let's first of all, I need the sound effect for the end of the That's Just Stupid, because Wallaby interrupted us and we went right over to Lux. I never even got to press the button. So
Good
here's the
thought.
button.
Good thought.
All right, now let's get to media. There we go. Oh, right. Anyway. All right, I'm going to start this off because, oh my gosh, I have a lot of things I want to talk about.
I see you've been busy, Mr. Barely.
Well, not really. I listened to a podcast at my sister's behest called Citation Needed. And
I think I've heard of this. I haven't heard it, but I think maybe Ray mentioned it or something. I don't know. Or maybe you mentioned you wanted to listen to it. I don't remember.
Maybe, I don't know. Some episodes like ours are funnier than others, but I listened to one about a entertainer called Le Petomane this week. He was a professional farter.
So he's a cow and he wears a diaper.
He's a cow and wears a diaper, yes. But you heard that correctly. And his name was actually Joseph Pujol. Yeah, I know. That's just it. That's how it's pronounced. It's French. It's French.
The Francais and their Pujol, I guess.
Pujol, yeah. Anyway, in the early part of the 20th century, he performed at the famous Moulin Rouge for 3 years and sold out every night.
He's a cow, so yeah.
I know. And they would listen to his farts for 90 minutes
every night.
There is
so many stupid, questionable things happening in this episode tonight,
Yes.
I must say, Mr. Barely.
So if anybody really wants to know the whole story about it, it's Joseph Pujol. That's Joseph, common spelling, Pujol. And you'll see all about his stage name as Le Petomane. There you are.
Okay. So, but what is the podcast Citation Needed about?
The podcast, the Citation Needed, is about 3 or 4 guys. They get together once a week, and one of them reads an article on Wikipedia, and then all 4 of them act as if they are experts on that specific subject.
We did I do remember hearing or talking about this. Yeah, that sounds actually pretty interesting. I could also see how you say some are good, some are not so funny, just like our show.
Just like our show. Yeah.
No, I can see that could go. Yeah.
There you go. So shout out to Citation Needed. Shout out to us if you
you
hear
have to
us.
give us money because
give us money.
We're sponsoring you, or you're sponsoring us now.
Yes. So I also binged that new 90s show.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that before. Yeah. So you're liking it?
I liked it. It was okay. I mean, it was a same formula as that 70s show. The premise is that Red and Kitty are the grandparents now, and their daughter, Leia, of course it's Leia because Eric was a Star Wars nerd. She comes to spend the summer with them. Hilarity ensues as we see a whole new crop of kids, and most of the originals come back to make cameos, of course, except for Danny Masterson, because, well, he's kind of in the same boat as Kevin Spacey now. But he didn't come back on the show for a cameo.
They're in a boat together.
Yes.
They are now lovers. And there it is.
Yes, they're lovers of liver. I started watching a show on Hulu called Koala Man. So
Koala Man. So is this just one of those things that popped up and you said, that looks stupid, I'll watch that? Or how did you find that?
Yeah, it was just on my, because you watched this, you might be interested in this suggestion.
Koala Man, okay.
Oh, yeah. It's actually pretty funny. It's set in a backwater town in Australia. And he's like a little wannabe superhero for the town. And
okay.
it's but his whole family knows about it, and his kids are like, "Dad, this is so lame," and all that kind of stuff.
Koala code 150. Remember, kids, art is a hobby, not a career. No.
And
and you said that's on Hulu?
Hulu. Yep.
Okay.
Koala
I
Man.
might actually check that out.
Yeah. I'm all caught up on the Goldbergs, the new season of the Goldbergs. And and then, of course, a new little rolling thing that's going on. If you know that I'm a fan of Rick and Morty, one of the co-creators of Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland, has been fired from the show due to his domestic abuses charges.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, yes, I know.
Is he in that boat with Kevin Spacey and a Danny Masterson?
Danny Masterson, yeah. No. This is a different boat. Similar boat, but different.
Different.
He voices Rick and Morty, and he's been fired from the show, but the show's been paid for and renewed through season 10. So they're going to have to bring in somebody that kind of sounds sort of like him to do the voices.
I can't wait to hear you talk about I'm sure you're going to be able to talk about the pros and cons about the differences and everything. So that'll be good. That'll be fun to listen to. Yeah.
So, and then I started and watched the first 2 episodes of the show The Last of Us on HBO. And
what's that about?
It's about a pandemic that's fungal in nature, and it's based on a video game of the same name. So
we talked about this last week. I can't believe that this pup's memory is not. It's not so good.
It's not so. What's not so good? Oh, the memory. That yes. I forgot what you were talking about.
Oh, hi. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Barely, and that's my media. What have you been watching, listening to, reading, consuming, Mr. Taebyn? Yes.
Bob.
Exactly.
So I've been watching South Park for lunch. She's still doing that. We're still rewatching Will and Grace. We're in season 2. Still watching Discovery season 2, and so we finished. Will and Grace season 2 we finished. So you know how we rotate between. We didn't just go straight into season 3 of Will and Grace. We rotate. So we started Goldberg's. So it was interesting you mentioned Goldberg's. So we started Goldberg's season 8, and I think there's 9. So are you in 9? You just finished?
I think so. I think it's in season 9 right now. Yeah.
I think I know there's one after ours, so maybe that's it. So
yeah.
So we start season 8. Today we watched season 8, episode 2, and I thought was hilarious, so I wanted to make a note to say it on the show. It's not a spoiler for any that hasn't seen it yet. It's just a little thing that happens in the particular episode. So I want to talk about it. So in this episode, at one point in the show, the nerdy friends, Emmy, Matthew, and Dave Kim, they, so this is like after summer, and they're coming back from, to go to school after summer and everything. And they told Adam how they learned Japanese over the summer. And then, the whole episode happens and blah, blah, blah. At the end of the show, Adam says in Japanese to try and, of course, everything happens and he's trying to make up to his friends and everything. So in Japanese, he learned the phrase and says, "Can we still be friends?" And Emmy and Matthew say in Japanese, definitely. Oh, yes, of course, we can still be friends in Japanese. And then Dave Kim says in Japanese, "Where is the library? I have 3 lemons. Mailbox." And I thought that was hilarious, and my honey we laughed. Anyway, that was a notable point in that episode, and I wanted to share it with all our listeners.
Awesome. All right.
And that's it for my media this week.
Wow.
I have 3 lemons.
Yeah, mailbox. Wallaby socks. Off the rails we go. Off the rails we go. All right. Are you ready?
Let me take a little lap from my puppy dish.
All right.
And then I will be ready for all you furs that have listened to the show for a little while. Which, by the way, I'm excited that we do have listeners that, of course, Barely, you know this. I posted a a poll on Twitter to see if any fur wanted us to continue into season 4, because we'll be done with season 3 in a few short months.
Right.
And so we're like, well, does anyone actually, any fur, actually
Yes.
want to like continue with our inanity and
Inanity.
stupidity?
That's a good
and
word.
just the stupid thing. I know that was a big word that I just did. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
But apparently they do, because what was it, a whole 20 furs responded to the survey, but
Awesome.
something like 95% of them, well, like 90%, 92% will say of them said, yes, continue. We want more. So that was awesome. So we are going to do a season 4 for all you furs that want to know. So thank you. That was very cool to know that some furs really want to know. And then like 2 furs said, if you want to, like, okay, well, thank you for that.
Right.
And then 1 fur said, no. Okay, well, sorry, Mr. No, but we're going to continue on with season 4 anyway. So there you go.
Yes.
Maybe if we're very good at things, we'll have to cater to that 1 fur that said no and trying to get them to listen to the show. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, there we go.
But so that's a long. I started by saying, and then I went circuitous route.
Yes.
I was originally going to say, for any of you fur that have been listening to the show for quite a while, you know what's happening now and why I barely said, Taebyn, are you ready? And why I have to take a lap from my puppy dish so that I can make sure I'm ready for what's going to happen in a second.
All right, Taebyn, it's time for that great segment that we love to show and love to tell. It's time for Furries in the News.
I love how Barely took off his headphones right away. And I also love how all the things are crazy this day, because furries are totally taco grande rico suave, totally fractal rock rap, if any fur knows that reference, and we hug you tight with pauses, and we say, Taebyn, are you going to finish someday? And I say, furries are indeed in the news part.
God.
Wow.
Oh, they
what
really
just happened?
They really, really are in the news. So
wow, I say.
I have to say. So first off, Oklahoma has an obsession with furries, not in the good way. An Oklahoma
I was going to say good,
senator.
but okay.
No. An Oklahoma senator just introduced a bill that would define schools that the presence of any school employee or volunteer engaged in anthropomorphic behavior, commonly referred to as furries, this would trigger a school district as a trigger district and allow their parents to take their kids from the school.
Oh, I see. I didn't understand that sentence. Okay. I didn't understand the sentence. The presence of any school employee or volunteer engaged in anthropomorphic.
Right.
Wait.
So basically,
I see. Okay. I am catching on to sentences. So I want to recap the sentence for my own, sanity that does not exist.
Okay.
Okay. So, Oklahoma senator introduced a bill that would define schools as in a trigger district, where we're defining that to be the presence of any school employee or volunteer engaged in anthropomorphic behavior, commonly referred to as furries. That's what we're defining. Okay, got it. Sorry,
yes.
That was a big sentence that I had trouble wrapping my little puppy mind around.
He had to parse it up a little bit to make it work.
Totally did it. Right. Okay, continue right along. Sorry.
All right. So it's probably essentially the bill is very stupid and probably should have never been in. And it probably should have been in That's Just Stupid segment, but there's a very good article on Flera that we'll link to the show, and the article goes really into depth. It is a very long article, but it really does give you an insight to the senator from Oklahoma's mind.
So what does it mean, like trigger district? What's that gonna? I mean, is this a bad thing?
Yes. So basically, what that does is that allows parents to pull their kids from the school without any consequences.
Oh, so let me get
Yeah.
this straight. So
hmm
if you're in this district and you are a furry, parents can say, "No, I'm not going to have any of that. My kids are going to be homeschooled, where they can look
Exactly.
at other
Yep.
anthropomorphic things in their comic books."
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, that makes a
Yep.
ton of sense.
Doesn't it
Not.
though? Right. Right. Yeah. So, and they're not the only ones. Indiana proposed similar legislation. I mean, these
What?
really must be a problem. No,
Not.
politicians. No, what the actual is your problem? Do you not check the facts? And where do you get this information?
Well, they get it from
It's
Nebraska because like
uh,
kids were using litter boxes to go to the bathroom, and
I
that's just
know.
wrong. That's just
I
wrong.
I know. I'm so convinced this world is progressively getting stupider
I
with
think
each revolution.
there's been a few themes on the show tonight, and one
Yes,
is I worry about society, and you just hit on that again.
I know. I know. So here's a little bit of good news of furries in the news, or sad news if you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. So there was a recent comic book called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, and that saw
Oh.
the last of the surviving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pass to the great pizza place in the sky with the death of
Oh
Michelangelo.
no!
Yes, yes. He successfully avenged his fallen brothers while being killed in his final battle with against Oruku Hiroto. Now,
Oh, kitty!
in the epilogue to the cartoon, Casey Jones, who has the mutant gene herself, is building her own group of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And now that the original team has passed, the surprise reveal shows Junior standing over an incubator as 4 turtles are fed seemingly the same or similar ooze that transformed Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, and Raphael from tiny turtles into their mutant form. Now, these new
Oh,
turtles make their premiere appearance in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, The Lost Years.
the last
And
year. Okay.
these new turtles in the dark future are named Yi, Odin, Moya, and Uno. Now,
Hmm.
the meanings of their names will be continued with the legacy of the heroes in a half shell. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun,
They're still just
dun.
kids. The turtles
Oh.
struggle with their training as they focus needs work.
So it's interesting that their names, the Odin and Uno struck because I mean, of course, Uno is Spanish for one, but it's also the card game.
Yes.
So I wonder if whenever like they're fighting monsters or something, the way that Uno's special attack is to like play Uno with them and win every time.
He
And
just throws
also
a reverse card at everything.
uses like I the monster guy is like I casting like this horrible you die spell, and then Uno just says nope, reverse,
Yep.
reverse, and he wins every time.
Yep.
Also interesting is that one turtle's name is Odin. So
Yes.
I think I did mention at one point that a newer game that I'm playing these days, I really like, can't wait to play it tonight, as a matter of fact, is Bloons. Do you remember me talking about that?
Mhm.
Bloons with the monkeys and
Yes.
they pop balloons and it's cute and stuff.
Yes.
So you've got like, you've got all these monkeys, but you have a like a hero monkey, one
Mhm.
particular special hero monkey you pick depending on what level it is. And one of
Yes.
them, which turns out to be one of the more powerful ones, like one of the heroes that I use most, is Odin, Odyn. And
Oh.
so
Huh.
I wonder if when this particular turtle, Odin, fights like big monsters and stuff, his special ability is to turn into a monkey and throw like darts
Uh,
at the. I mean, I don't
Could
know.
be. Could be. Who
You've
knows?
got the reverse card. You've got I'm throwing darts at you, and like I mean, this
Mhm.
is a world class team. I think going on right now.
World class. I weep for the future. Anyway,
No. And before
upcoming
we move on,
events.
I have to fill my puppy dish. So while I
Uh-oh.
fill my puppy dish, barely talk
Actually,
about
nope. While you fill your puppy dish, I'm gonna go fill my bear dish. So
your bear
we
dish.
will play some.
Okay, so
We'll
while
play
we're
some.
gone,
Yes.
all you furs out there, talk to yourselves about your favorite type of rutabaga. And then we'll be back, but make sure you report to us when we get back about your favorite type of rutabaga.
I beat him back. I was just telling our listeners that I beat you back.
You did.
I did.
You beat me with a rutabaga, not a beet.
That's true. That's how farmers party. They turn up the beats.
They turn up the beats. That's like
turn up the beats. Yeah.
The turn up. That's I like it. I like it. So all you listeners. So now it's our listeners' turn to tell us what is your favorite rutabaga. So now okay. So someone tell us your favorite rutabaga. Why is no one telling us their favorite
No one's
rutabaga?
telling us anything. Apparently nobody had a favorite one.
You don't have a favorite rutabaga. Crazy.
You got it.
Okay.
I have a favorite rutabaga.
Maybe next week. So next week, let's see if any fur tells us their favorite rutabaga.
We'll see. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So upcoming events. We have ScotiaCon. There's only 2 events coming up around the world in February, oddly enough. There is ScotiaCon, February 3rd through the 6th in Glasgow. And then there's Nordic Fuzz 2023, the week of February 22nd through the 26th at the Clarion Motel and Congress in Malmo, Sweden.
Yeah.
And that's it. And there's a little controversy surrounding ScotiaCon.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's becoming political.
Oh,
There's
There's
a gender rights rally happening the last day of the con that's going on, like right next to where the con is happening. So some protest furs are going to go protest gender right. I don't know. It's just strange little.
We'll have to
weird thing.
Make a note. Let's make sure to talk about it on the show. Let's after it happens.
See what happens.
Whole month, but let's see what happens. And February. That reminds me how Get Out the Float is theoretically going to be in February next year. That's unfortunate. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it.
Why?
Because I'm just really busy, like running around and chasing tail, and February's it's a cold month, so I've got to run around and chase tail a lot and stuff. So I don't. I'm hoping not. And don't you have something going on in February too?
I do, but it's the first weekend in February, which means that that's February is my fireworks convention in Arizona.
That's right. Yeah.
So, but every other year. So next year, I'm not going this year, but next year I'm going. So.
Oh, next year. So hopefully it won't be that weekend because you're supposed to do all the work for it. Oh, it's not.
No, it's not. So that's why I was like, okay, good. So yay.
Oh. Okay.
So there we go. Do you have a story for us?
I have.
He's got a story way up high on the top shelf. He had to jump up with his tail. All right.
I'll let you pick. So I have 3 stories. So this will take us for the next 3 story times or something. But I've got 3 stories, and I thought I'd let you pick.
All right.
So you might remember one recently-ish. I read a story, Denny and Penny, the 2 foxes.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently there's a series of them. So I have another Denny and Penny book, and this one is called Coconut Milk.
Oh.
And then I have the Dancing Flamingos of Lake Chimichanga.
Okay.
And then I have Llama Llama and a Bully Goat.
I want the flamingo one.
Okay. And I have not read any of these yet. I've hardly even opened any of them. So we are in for a treat for all of us, even me.
So it's got that new book smell.
It's got a lot of new book everything. Yeah.
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 All
so
right.
I'm glad you picked this one because I've been actually pretty curious about this myself.
All right.
So this is the Dancing Flamingos of Lake Chimichanga by Carl Beckstrand and Ashley Sanborn.
All right.
Okay. Oh, look at that. There's this bit. It says pink.
Pink. Okay.
There's like the first page is like it's all pink, and in big letters it says pink. Anyway.
All right.
Oh, well, that's why. So it starts out by saying, pink park, pink plumes, pink parasol, pink picnic, pink pinafores, pink overall. And there's a flamingo with a pink parasol and pink park and all that stuff. Primping and priming, patting perfume, posing, reposing, and pressing for room.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know what this has to do with chimichangas, but okay. Pink birds on a walk, pink fox and pink socks, fowls and pink frocks have a talk on the docks. And one flamingo says, silly bird hasn't heard. And the other flamingo says, not a word, that's absurd. Talking, mocking, knocking, and another flamingo says, oh, Denise. And a vulture says, shocking. I don't know what, I don't know what's happening. Okay. How on the lake did they get so pink? Perhaps it's the pink in their pomegranate drink. In the sun and the shade, drinking pink lemonade, pink popcorn puff pastry, peeled prawn pate, passion fruit, plantain, plush, plum parfait. Say that 5 times fast. 5 times fast. I'm going to try and say that 5 times fast. Again, I'm proud of myself because all you furs I didn't know what I was getting myself into here. I had not seen this. So I think I'm doing actually pretty good for not having any idea what's going on. So I'm going to try and say that 5 times fast. Ready?
Sure.
In the sun and shade, drinking pink lemonade, pink popcorn puff, pastry, peeled plum pate, passion fruit, plantain, plum, plush, plum parfait. I'm moving on.
Moving on.
Snack, yak, clack, quack, cluck, pluck, stuck, chuck, chatter, clatter, flutter, mutter, winging, flinging, singing, stutter, squeak, snort, squeal, squawk, croak, croon, hawk, gawk.
Okay.
What is going on?
Don't know.
5 flamingos fly in formation, 4 flamingos fear, honk, honk, falling flamingos, consternation, everybody clear. There's a vulture, like, holding onto an airplane, and maybe that's why the flamingos were having trouble, because an airplane.
Maybe.
Why is okay, diving, dipping, drinking, dripping, flying, falling, flailing, flipping, strutting, swaying, swooping, sunning, synchronized, swimming, they shimmy, it's stunning.
Wow.
This is a really hard book to read. Pink tutu, pink dancing, pink prancing, sachet, bolero and ballroom, waltz and ballet, hip-hop polka, paso doble, Perot promenade, pink poultry plie, swan lake, yon lake, yuck, yuck. Yuck, yuck.
Yuck, yuck. Okay.
Flamingo, flamenco, foxtrot, and rumba, cha-cha, calypso, cumbio, and zumba, hula, salsa, swing, and samba, twist, tango, merengue, mambo. How did they get to be so talented? They have to find out some way to stand out. Row by row on they go, wink to toe. What a show! A pair of flamingos, pink, hi. A pair of flamingos, pink flare of flamingos, a line of flamingos, a sign of flamingos, a flock of flamingos, a stock of flamingos, a file of flamingos, a pile of flamingos. Why do they dance and prance and die for the simple joy of being alive? No one can say that they're blue. As sun and sea kiss, all is a wonder and bliss on the shimmering shores of Lake Chimichanga. And that's it.
Then that's it.
So there's where Chimichanga came in. And there's... So any fur, if you want me to read that at one of my story times with Taebyn at cons that I do, let me know and maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. We'll see.
I know that Barely wants him to do that at one of the live performances. Yes.
So all you furs, you might just see me do all the pink flamingo shuffle at Lake Chimichanga at con someday.
Maybe. All right. Well, Taebyn, as we bring this train into the station, the boat into the harbor, the bus into the depot, the plane to the gate. Okay, that's enough of that.
You tried.
Like,
the pink flamingo in the gate.
I said, yeah, no. So I said, well, I want to thank all of our listeners for tuning in once again. Remember, you can help support the show through donations at Ko-Fi or Patreon, and through or purchasing merchandise at Rebel or Bonfire. And there's a new subscription area.
This is true. This just happened. All you furs.
Yes, it just started on Buzzsprout. If you go to our main Buzzsprout site, you can subscribe to our podcast for as little as $3 a month. It helps to keep the lights on here at Studio A at Injured Nerve Studios, and keeps us going to produce this stuff. Now,
and some of you furs actually want a season 4. So if you want a season 4, we need the lights on. So we would appreciate giving us money,
right?
So that we can hold it and throw it around and roll it.
Or just pass us around to everybody that you know, so we get our listenership up, and that can help us get revenue also. Anyway, however you support us, we appreciate it. So until next week, I say with a full heart and a head above my shoulders. Why I put that in there, I have no idea. Moobarkfluff, stay furry. Taebyn, the floor is yours.
We need to finish this, that's for sure. So, yes, thank you all you furs for listening. As you know, we hug you tight with pauses. We appreciate you so much for listening in, and it's so cool to know that there are actually furs out there that actually want us to continue with the season 4. It could be that they're all like, I think we should torture them and just, we're not going to listen, just make them do this for a whole another year. I don't know, but thank you for the torture that you gave us.
We appreciate your support.
We also appreciate the pink flamingos. But yes, we appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful almost 3 years. We're almost 3 years in, and if you've been with us from the beginning, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And all I can say is, can't wait to bark at you next week. Moobarkfluff, stay furry.
Barely Fur Casting is an Injured Nerve studio production and is found on all major podcast platforms or can be heard directly at barelyfurcasting.com. The opinions expressed here are those of the hosts and their guests, and no commercial compensation was granted. The Furcast is produced, recorded and directed by Barely Normal, aka Mike Began, and is edited by Barely and our associate editor Rain Raccoon. Opening and closing theme music, as well as some interstitial music, was created for Injured Nerves Productions for the use on the podcast by Reg Day with Damian Tanuki. If you would like to hear more music by Reg Day, you can search for Tweezerbeak on Bandcamp or Hoop Loop Tunes on SoundCloud. Other interstitial and background music by Shane Ivers through silvermansound.com, Gator Tots on soundcloud.com, and the YouTube Free is Library. Social media presences is maintained by Ziggy the Mean Weasel. If you would like to send us a message, you can do so via email at barelyfurcasting@gmail.com or on our Telegram chat at BFFT chat, on Twitter, on our Facebook page, or on the barelyfurcasting.com webpage. You can help support the show through donations at ko-fi.com/barelyfurcasting or through Patreon at patreon.com/barelyfurcasting. Thanks for listening. We hope you come back and listen next week.